We're out here testing it out. All the scooters, bro, and then the Segway is getting left out, bro. Oh my god. We got plenty of bikers here, bro. What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be checking out this TIFGALOP K8 electric scooter. We're gonna be riding around and I'm gonna be showing you the specs of it and how it handles and how it compares to the rest of the scooters out there. This is a scooter that is totally different from all the AliExpress, all those copy frame, all those Inxing, Laotie, all those scooters. Let's get started. First of all, if you want to ride a scooter, make sure you get your helmet. Safety is first. No one's gonna be helping you when you're down like that. So get the safety up and let's start riding it. I've ridden about 300 miles now on this scooter. I know that it might not sound like a lot, but in these 300 miles, I've experienced something totally different from all other scooters that I've experienced previously. The one thing that makes the K8 stand out compared to every other copy frames or even the Dualtron is the speed control that the K8 has. The throttle response is really linear. So comparing this scooter to like a Dualtron scooter, you won't get the torque punched on your face when you throttle the scooter. What you have is a really nice smooth curve to it, meaning that it's not gonna give you all the torque that it usually gives. It will speed up really slowly, which is the main thing that I love about the K8. It's just so stable. It won't punch the torque all at once to your face. It let things go really slowly. Now on trails, you really have to respect people. I really like to do that a lot because look at this situation where this unicycle guy, he didn't really let the owner prepare a lot. Like, he was supposed to let the owner get the leash and hold it close to them, and this way you could go through without being bit and scaring the dog. I'm not saying that what the unicycle guy is doing wrong. I'm just saying that everybody should respect anybody on the trails, no matter what you're doing, walking, on a bike, on a scooter. Go slow when you see people. Don't go crazy fast like you're doing on a highway. Just do really respectful. Make sure you're giving people a lot of space because you don't want to be the guy that ruins everything for everybody. Alright, enough of me yapping. Let's get back to the video. As far as the suspension goes on the TIFGALOP K8, I feel like it's tuned completely differently than all the other scooters in the market I've ridden before. The K8 is tuned a lot more stiffer compared to other scooters. Like for example, let's compare it to like a Dualtron. The Dualtron will have a more plushier ride, a more floaty ride compared to the K8. Even comparing it to like the Laotie TI-30 frame or any other copy scooters that you might find on Alibaba, this K8 is slightly stiffer than the other scooters that I mentioned. With the stiffness, I feel like it comes with benefits. You get to feel a lot more on road. You get to feel a lot more planted down. This scooter is heavier, so that's what I'm getting when I'm riding it. I feel like I get more feeling on the road, and which creates a more sportier feel on the scooter. Even feel like it's like a pickup truck kind of way. You know, you get more bumpier road. If you like it, you're gonna love this scooter a lot. I also feel like having a stiffer suspension helps out with the speed wobble, negating the speed wobble. I have zero experience with the scooter on speed wobble. I've gone over speeds of 45 miles an hour and I never gotten the speed wobble. I feel like it has to do with the scooter being really heavy and the suspension being really stiff, as well as the dual front shocks and the aluminum bars that go up to the handlebar. I feel like this combination is helping out with the rigidity and anti-speed wobbleness of the scooter. Even though it's the same exact parts as every other scooter, but in my eyes, this scooter is an upgraded version of all those copy frames, all those Laotie TI-30 frames on AliExpress. The main thing I like about it is that it has 12-inch tires on it and it looks like supermoto tire, which is crazy. This is not a dirt ready scooter, it is a street scooter. It is a cruiser in my own opinion. I'm not that type of guy that want to do burnouts all the time or show off torque or feel like I'm getting thrown off the scooter. That is exactly why I really love this thing. When you get it going, when it starts to go maybe 25 miles an hour, that's when you feel the torque. It's a really hard to describe feeling. It feels like it's just keep on pushing until getting 50 miles an hour. Even if it's at 50 miles an hour, you still feel like you're pushing. It's still going. It keeps wanting to go and go and go. But the problem is, see this? See, it doesn't just, it doesn't have too much torque to get above the curve. Let's go back there and let's wait until my friend comes. I'll check out the footage and see if I actually recorded anything. Beautiful, beautiful trail. Editor me here, I'm gonna use the GoPro's microphone because this clip is a really good clip to show all the K8's noises. Oh yeah, while we go into the park and waiting for my friend, let's talk about the battery capacity on here. So the battery capacity is good. I have around 200 miles on this scooter. It's not much, but it's good enough to let me know that what kind of battery capacity I'm going to be expecting. This scooter can go 45 to 50 miles an hour. I tried 45, but 50 miles an hour, I don't have the guts to do that. I don't even have any protection equipment that I can wear. So 45 is what I did. And if you're gonna be riding 45 miles an hour all the time, you're gonna be expecting 1 hour of runtime on this scooter. 1 hour. Ooh, where is that? Ah, it's there. But you're gonna be expecting 1 hour of ride on here. So 45-mile range is actually a really good number for something that is under $1,500. This K8 is not even over $1,500. You see all those $2,000 scooters, even $3,000 scooters, they only offer 30 miles of range. But with what I experienced with this scooter, I get easily 40 miles on it, and it still could go like 5 miles left. But you don't want to risk that because you don't want no battery tripping out and stuff. With this one, look, I'm going up the mountain incline and it's still really torquey. It's got all the power. Now this is where the fun thing goes. Downhill is really fun. Look at this. Really, really nice. It just keeps on going, it keeps on going. Respect the trails again. We don't want to be too crazy around here when there's a lot of people. Be respectful and then you get treated respectful back. So that's how we're gonna do it. Now let's take it through the dirt and see how it feels like. This doesn't have any knobby tires installed on here, so you're not gonna get all that grip. So what I'm recommending is do not throttle it too much or you're gonna slip. Overall suspension, like I said, is still firm. You feel everything. Some people will like that, some people doesn't. But on trails, you want something that has really good suspension where you don't feel the bumps, so it's easier to control. But on the street, you want to feel the bumps. On the street, you want to feel the bumps so you know where to angle yourself, you know how to do the brakes. But on a trail, I don't think this is a trail scooter. This is more of a road scooter. I call this thing a cruiser because it just rides so well. It's heavy too, so it's not light, it's heavy. That's why you don't get all the torque like the other scooters do. The other scooters are way lighter and they got a lot of torque. But on the K8, it's a cruiser because the more fast you go, the better feeling it gets. The more stable it feels like. I've tried the Lao TI 30 frame or Ancient X7 frame, and they get way sketchier when you're top speed. When you're going fast and top speed, it just feels so sketchy. But on the K8, it's so sturdy. Hit a bump, you feel everything. All right, let's go back a little bit. All right. Gear 3 dual motors, turbo mode, not really much torque that's given, but top speed it is. Cruiser scooter. And I don't know if you guys feel it, but out of other scooters, they got a lot of delay on the throttle. Like when you throttling, it takes like half a second until the controller feel it and it pushes power to the motors. On this, it's really no throttle on here. Smooth throttle. We just arrived with the classic Lautier inching frame. That's Alibaba. It's the classic, man. Look at this. I blacked it out and put the steering damper on it because this thing is sketchy without it. But the K8 isn't sketchy. The K8 is way heavier and more sturdier. And let's put this side by side. Like put it next to each other and see the size difference. It's similar in size, but if you peek closer, the deck thickness, the K8 is actually thicker. So if you're planning on modifying this scooter, like putting a 72 volt battery in it, you have a lot more space in the deck to put more battery in it. Of course, the swing arm right here, it supports bigger tires up here. You could put 13 inches on here if you wanted to, but I stick with the 12 inch. And the shocks, right here, the shocks, you can see that also the K8 has bigger shocks. But the difference is, so for what I'm riding, the difference is I didn't really notice too much from the shocks. The feeling is pretty similar. But you can notice in this view that the stem on the K8 is locked, meaning you cannot extend it. So basically for someone as tall as me, this is a sitting scooter. Here, check it out. I'm 6'2", and you can see that this classic frame, if I stand on it, it's good enough. The handlebar is good for me to control it while I ride. But the K8 on the other hand, look what happens when I stand up. See, the whole entire handlebar is like right there in my stomach. So this is a sitting scooter. This is a sitting scooter. You cannot stand while doing it. It will be like this. This is so awkward. But I've seen that a lot of people that own the K8, they put a special stem thingy on here and then they extend it out. But the main problem with this scooter is stock, the wire here. I don't think it can go even more higher. So if you can find like a mechanic to extend it, it can't go up. This is a pure sitting scooter, and that's what I like about this. Sitting scooter, cruising, this is the perfect candidate for that. But if you want fun and just going around like a crazy man, the original one is better because the torque on here is much better. Here, let me show you guys the torque on this regular scooter. It's a lot more torquey on this one. The K8 is just no torque at all. Let's do it again. It's kind of really sketchy. Sometimes people think sketchiness is fun. That's where the adrenaline comes from. But for me, I think something like a K8 that's a cruiser is more fun because look, no torque, man. fucking planted down that you don't feel any no sketchiness. It doesn't shake, it doesn't wobble. Such a good, smooth ride, bro. One thing you have to pay attention to is the tire. These are street tires, meaning you cannot go on the dirt. If you want to fall, okay, go on the dirt and have some fun and fall. These are street tires. And look at these profile. It looks like a knobby tire. Not a knobby, it looks like a supermoto. It looks like a supermoto tire on a scooter. Isn't that look good looking? Like a supermoto. Now I've drained it down to 58 volt, so this thing doesn't have much life to it anymore. Once you drown the voltage down a little bit, these things start to die and don't have top speed. On the other hand, this thing is at 65 volts, so it's got enough power to be fun. But sketchy versus not sketchy. Which one you choose? Which poison you choose? Personally, I like the safe scooter. I call this the safe scooter because, look, if I put it to mode 3 and just, I'm literally putting my leg on the side, blocking it. It doesn't go because there's no torque, man. It's safe. So if you whiskey throttle this thing, you're not gonna crash. All right, my friend right here is gonna look at this. Look at the torque amount difference. But try.
Stop you with on my legs right now?
Yeah, stop. Try to stop it and go. See this torque? Like compared to this. This thing has no top speed compared to this, but this thing has the torque. So if you were to drag race this with this thing, this will go first, but that thing will catch up super quick. That's the difference. So if you're a torque head, this scooter is not for you, buddy. But if you're a guy that loves really nice sturdy frame, that is a good cruiser that you can take out, and when it's Sunday like we are right now, when it's Sunday, and have some fun cruising around, maybe 40 to 50 miles an hour without no steering wobble, this is a good thing. I'm gonna show you how the headlights look at night later and all the RGB glory that it has later. This is how the K8 looks like at night, the RGB on. And this is the headlight. It's really, really bright. Let me turn the headlights off. Look at that. You don't need to worry about not being able to see at night. Super bright. You see that? It has a cutoff. So if you're gonna ride around, you're not gonna blind any other car dudes. So this is a good respect for them to not to blind your eyes when you're riding around. So really, really solid light. Look at that. Anyways, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this little video review of the TIFGALOP K8. If you guys liked it, press the like button, and if you wish to see any future videos of this TIFGALOP K8, you can subscribe. And I'm gonna be posting a follow-up video on this scooter when it's fully modded. It's gonna be 100% gutted out, so no more the original controllers. Battery's gonna be gone too. I should tighten this thing. Damn, I've been riding whole day and it's almost out of battery. Peace. Stay safe, guys.